What is the definition of success? So what are you striving to achieve and why? Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded. Yeah, planning and action are two separate things, which I'm stating the obvious. And I've got an example in terms of how you can do it in the wrong order, or actually miss one out, and how it can impact you. So the first time that I was ever introduced to actually the importance of a plan was my history A level. And it was the teacher saying, okay, you've got 4 essays and it takes you've got 3 hours, so you've got to do 45 minutes an essay. The first 15 minutes spend planning. So look at the question, work out what the answer is, or what the points that you want to get across. Put it in some sort of plan and really think about what. Now, when you're 17, you don't do that. You just write as much as you possibly can, and you fill as many pages as possible, and you get a shit result. So I got a D in history, right? Thanks to the fact that actually I didn't listen to the teacher, because planning it requires patience, and it requires, people naturally want to, action's far more exciting because you're getting stuff done. It feels like you're progressing. Whereas planning, all the time spending time planning, you knowing that you're not starting your actions. So that's irritating. So people don't like to plan. But I should have listened to the teacher. Can I have some spare paper, please? I mean, I suppose that mindset is that there may be a fear of the consequence of not implementing the action and getting a good result. Because I guess, you know, that's the point where you're putting your stake in the ground, aren't you? And you're having to then go and do it, and it's like that's where you're going to be assessed afterwards. But then the interesting thing is, in the example that I just gave before, I've not even had the foresight to think that actually, look, I'm still going to get a result at the end of it, and it's going to be shite. So you know, you've got to do an optimum planning, and then you've got to act on it. Otherwise, all that work that's gone into the planning has just been wasted. It depends how serious the consequences are of failure or success. You know, if somebody's life's on the line, I think you've got to plan religiously. I think you've got to plan to more detail, and maybe that's why the military is associated with great planning. Within industry, it's slightly less critical, albeit it is still people's money and livelihoods and potentially houses and lives. So the temptation can be to perhaps rush that side of things because maybe it's slightly less important, but it's still massively important. What comes before planning is actually understanding what you're trying to achieve. Once you're actually clear in terms of that, so the magnitude, the importance of that will dictate how much time you should spend planning. It's a hard one to answer, really. If you gave me a specific example, I would say, yeah, okay, you know what, I'd probably spend a day or so just working it out, or maybe it's just 15 minutes, or it just depends, I suppose, of the consequences of getting it wrong, what's at stake. Anybody who is striving to be perfect is very often going to be disappointed, frustrated. I fear for perfectionists, and I think in just about every instance, perfection is just not necessary. Let's use a school example again. Maybe if you get 85% in your geography exam, you get an A. If you get 99%, you get an A. So why don't you spend just far less time revising and just get an A on 85% and revise something else as well, get an A in that. Let's just have a bit of a laugh with it and see where it goes. Be open-minded.